Hi, I'm Cece and welcome to another episode of Pet Central. This week we have one heck of a security guard, a ferret who can clean your house, and so much more. Stay tuned. We here at Pet Central are all too familiar with a human adopting a cat. However, what happens when the shoe is on the other foot? Enter Kawasaki Hina, who was walking through his local park one day when a stray little kitten approached him, meowed at him, rubbed itself against his leg, followed him for a bit, and then before long had attached himself to him and wouldn't let go. Looking around and seeing no one the cat belonged to, plus the animal's almost instant attachment to him and need for attention, he then decided to do what his heart told him to. He took the kitten home and the rest was history. In a touching way, the kitten, who he then named Vel, had adopted him too. After carrying the tiny fluff ball home, Vel fell asleep right away, showing that she was both comfortable and at home. Aww. Vel, who is now 2.5 years old, shares a very strong bond with her owner, and they look forward to many fun years to come. However, what happens if a stray kitty selects you as its owner? Well, let's ask one of our vets for the right way to look after it.
Oh, well, that's really exciting that you found a little kitten, or maybe a kitten's found you, because one of the things that I know is that cats and kittens always own you. You never own them. We may become pet parents and pet guardians, but I know for sure my cat is my alarm clock. My cat is what tells me when it's feeding time. And my cat tells me if there's other things it wants me to know without any words like this. Anyway, you found a little kitten. One of the first things we're going to do, and I'm delighted you're going to keep this little kitten, is you're going to take it along to your vet. Because the vet needs to check over this kitten. First of all, find out if it's a boy or a girl. Then we're going to check it over medically. We're going to make sure that there's no underlying or obvious disease that needs treating. And I say underlying because if you found a little kitten on a path or something, that's unusual if it's very young, and it could well be that the mother has left it there for a reason. Anyway, let's assume everything's fine. The vet's going to give you advice on vaccinating your kitten, on medications to control parasites in your kitten, because all little kittens are born with parasites in their intestine, which means some oral medication, and you're going to have to get used to doing these medications. They also can pick up at a very young age lots of external parasites that cause itching and scratching and maybe around the ear. So the vet's the first place you're going to go for this. He's going to start you on a preventive medicine course, and he's going to give you more advice on what you should be doing on a daily basis, how to look after this little kitten. And any more information, please ask us another question. We'll be delighted to answer you back.
So now you know. Getting the right security isn't always the simplest task. However, in Japan, which has some of the lowest crime rates in the world, one company has come up with a clever and fun way to implement security and also allow their adorable guard to easily come and go. Meet Jack, a guard dog at the Kaji QQ Center, aka Key Emergency Center Locksmith, who guards the shop with his proud title of Head of Security. To make his ability to enter the shop more accessible, the Japanese company has set up a very unique automatic door key labeled for dogs, which Jack has actually learned to use in this amazing video posted right here. He simply lifts his paw, pushes the button, and voila, he enters, making him an internet sensation on Japanese social media accounts. However, the story continues when this security dog was caught by none other than Google Street View doing something not every security guard would normally do. However, after this news came forth, Jack still enjoys continued support, and the managers simply gave him a cuddle session as a recommendation. So, what do you think about this awesome dog-centric technology? Do you think we should have more of it in the future? I sure do. Technology is an amazing thing, and we now live in an age where an automated vacuum cleaner, such as the iRobot Roomba, can help humans keep their house nice and clean. However, the Roomba is a little bit expensive, and well, some people might get that sinking feeling relating to some sort of robot uprising, which, in all fairness, would be a very bad thing for us indeed. However, do not worry because we have you covered, as we've just discovered a viral video that will show you a new way to clean your floor. Meet the Ferret Roomba. This all-natural automatic cleaner requires no electricity, even though you will have to feed it, and is probably less precise than your iRobot Roomba, but at least you know there'll be no killer robots resulting from this. The pictures of the ferret in question have gone viral on the net, with commentators remarking that it's simply the cutest vacuum ever, and wondering if Dyson will release their own model. In any case, for all this zaniness, we love this story, and while your pet, or ferret, may not always clean up after themselves, they sure are adorable. And now for another session of Ask the Vet, where you get to ask one of our vets a question about your pet. This time round, we have a question from Hong Kong, from Shaylin Moskal, who asks, is there an age too old to teach a dog new tricks?
It's a really good question. The short answer is yes, you can, but in dogs as in people, the principle of use it or lose it applies. If you've never taught your dog any tricks before and you're going to start when he's 15, you're probably going to struggle because firstly, the dog's never learned tricks before and he doesn't know how to do this. And second, because he's already starting to lose some of his senses, some of the cues that he uses to figure out what it is that you want, like his vision and his hearing. So it's much easier to teach a dog if he's been taught before. Now, if you have got a dog who's used to being taught, then it's pretty easy to teach them new things, no matter how old they are, as long as they can see you and as long as they can hear you. If you're having trouble teaching your dog, firstly figure out, can he see you properly? Can he hear you properly? And most importantly, are you making it fun? But remember also, dogs sometimes are teaching you, and you've got to be aware that if they're not responding, they may be trying to get something more out of you.
So there you have it. Now, if you have a question that you want answered, just hop on our Facebook page and make sure you hashtag AskTheVet. So, here's a question that some cat owners may have wondered about. Is my cat right-pawed or left-pawed? Well, if you are curious, a website in Japan has suggested a clever and novel way for you to figure this out. All you need is a simple cup or glass as well as your cat's favorite treat. Put the treat in the glass and see which paw they use to retrieve the treat. So instead of simply talking about it, we decided to test this out for ourselves. Let's see the results. And first up, we've got Brazil. We've put the treat inside the glass and we're gonna see which paw he uses. And whoops, looks like he's definitely left-pawed. Good on you, Brazil. And now we've got another cat giving it a go. It's Kyoki, except he's not really using his paws. Seems like he's being a typical cat and not following the rules. Interestingly enough, about 50% of cats are right-pawed, 40% are left-pawed, and the last 10% are ambidextrous. So, if you want to find out what your cat's dominant paw is, now you know how. And that's it for another episode of Pet Central. Don't forget to hit subscribe so that you can stay up to date with all our videos. Bye!